Hey there, let's talk about jobs. Let's talk about jobs. To me, I think that jobs is a problem. Like, the concept of jobs and the concept of this workforce is a problem. And I don't think a lot of people are talking about it. It's a problem because, first of all, it divides the people. It really divides the people. It makes you think you have to do everything for yourself. It gives you this illusion that you go and you make your bread, but you are separate from your coworkers, even the people that you work with every day. I don't know. There is like an element of hive mind within certain businesses, but there are a lot of businesses that people just utilize. Like, people just utilize to go get some money. But there's no, like, true pride in it. There's no fulfillment in it. It's just literally a way of survival. This is a problem. This is a problem. Because we are humans. We are so vast within ourselves. Like, we are creator beings. We are beings that have the capacity to create things. We can create ideas, we can create songs, we can create movement, we can create structures. Everything that's here now has been created by somebody, has been created by humans. So, why else is our jobs a problem? Jobs are a problem because they distract us from generally our true vocation in the world. People have tended to we got to a point where we now define ourselves by our career, where in the way that I'm seeing it, in a more holistic experience of the self, is that you can have a career and have like a job, like a work. I like to refer to it as work because there's things in life you have to work for. You can work for your passions every day. You can work on them. And it can be your work. It can impact the world. It can just impact the people that you come across. It can benefit others. It can benefit yourself. It can create your living for you. Like, you create that, It has disconnected us. Having a 9-to-5 or corporate job disconnects us from our true vocation and purpose on this earth. Nobody in their career, no, not saying nobody, but like people who submit to this ideology of like, going to a job, being told what to do, being told how to do it. People that submit to that, first of all, aren't even aware that there's more to them. They will always self-condemn, like, oh, I'm nothing special, I'm not talented, I don't have any gifts. They will always say these things when it's just simply not true. No human out here is without inclinations, gifts, affinities towards certain things, purpose, and I mean, I can say these things. It doesn't mean that there aren't, people dying every day within the generations before this right now, that are dying in their cave, as in they didn't meet the true purpose of their incarnation, like the highest purpose of their incarnation. And I know not everybody views things this way, like incarnations and stuff like that. To me, it just makes sense. And the more I study spiritual teachings and religion and philosophy, the more I study these things, they're all alluding to the same concept, except for like really culty things that just bring out a story out of nowhere, like how I grew up. I did grow up in a sort of like cult environment where people, like, there's just this story about what happens after you die, but like, it's not based in anything like I want to say true, it's kind of a story that somebody created. So much to say. This is like very kind of vulnerable to like put all this stuff out here. Just talk freely. Like, I think we know this and we know why it's vulnerable, but like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna put it out there. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about life and death and incarnation and dying in your cave because you didn't fulfill the highest potential of your life, of yourself, of who you were supposed to be in this body. Like, this is why self-suppression is so dangerous. Like, it's so fascinating to experience and witness it on a higher level because, you know, we have this whole regime that's trying to convince people to literally be the same, which is what cults do. So you gotta follow this script, do it this way, be that way. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. Oh, don't talk about your feelings. Don't feel feelings. No. Don't call people out on their bullshit. No. Okay, so then now I have to be fake. I have to be fake by saying, no, that didn't hurt me. I didn't. Like, you truly damaging me or, you know, being abusive towards me. Oh, that didn't affect. No. Like, you see what I mean? Like, we're so encouraged to stay like that, but we are evolving. And I know that, like, I'm going to be saying this, but, like, other people are already thinking these things. Like, I know that. You know? This is just an echo chamber of my own voice and the internet. Like, I'm just echo chambering right now. Because I'm in an echo chamber of my own thoughts. I'm just sharing them with you. So, yeah, jobs are harmful. And I would definitely encourage everybody who's listening to this to, like, think about what you want to do. And I know sometimes that's easier said than done, especially with the conditioning that we have to undo. Like, we are like, okay, maybe I think I want to be a doctor. Okay, first of all, fuck that. Fuck that. Guys, that's another thing. So many things. I feel like something's burning out here, cause maybe I'm burning something. Cause, like, wood is burning out here. The sky is smoggy. There is smoke in the air. Wood and smoke. I'm cooking. I'm cooking over here. But yeah. There's a lot of conditioning we have to undo. And maybe I'll just do a specific video about undoing conditioning. Because that's really big right now. Even though we are becoming new, like a lot of us are becoming new, and we are moving into a next chapter which looks different than everything that's been before us. Or behind us, I'll say. Because what's coming is before us. What's gone is behind us. But there's still remnants. Like, we're still continuing on our journey. We're experiencing a lot of big shifts right now. We're experiencing many big shifts right now. As far as human evolution. You know, but we do have to, there's a lot we have to transmute. There's a lot we have to discard. There's a lot we have to distinguish. We have to make these distinguishments, have the discernment to understand, okay, that's actually something very old it could be as old as last week or yesterday or a year ago or 2 years ago. You know, that could be the oldness of it, but it could be a fresh thing that's completely outdated. You know what I mean? There's still so much old bullshit going on. You know, like violence. Why are we resorting to violence on large scales? Like, the way it is a grasp for control. And these people who are behind that and who are carrying it out, you see their mentality. You see their mentality. They have to control by violence and by creating like incapacitating, like interfering with the capacity of another person on a mental level, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on a psychological level, on a physical level. Okay, these people are grasping for control because they feel powerless. You know, in the world that I am seeing, the world to come that I'm seeing, we talk about our problems. We can communicate properly. We can say, this thing is like getting to me, or this thing's bothering me. First of all, we can have the self-awareness to understand why. And to see, am I being triggered? Am I, is it my trigger here? And the line of like, this is my trigger and also this is an issue. This is something that's being done to me that is not okay with me. And then we just have to say that, like, that's not okay with me. Whatever happens after that, But in the world that I'm seeing to come is that, a person will be able to say, oh, I see you. Okay, I can hear what you're saying. I can understand what you're saying. Okay, like, we can be receptive to that kind of feedback too. Because with healthy minds and healthy spirits, we use the word healthy, blah, blah, blah. If we can become balanced, we can have reciprocal relationships such as that. We can create a more peaceful world. And this is, sometimes maybe what I'm saying sounds like really like futuristic and crazy, but like peace, if you've tasted a peaceful relationship, just imagine that on a larger scale. Like true peace. Not with like really a lot of resentment bubbling under the surface, but like true peace. Like approaching other people kindly, approaching other people like, how can I help you? And also being able to say like, I need some help, can you help me? And then like being safe in that space. Like that's what we need, y'all. And like coming back to the initial topic, like jobs just take us away from that. And we have everything that we need. We have everything that we need, here and now. But we just have to tap into that. So, yeah, there's that.